walk with purpose on this sacred path. Every step brings you closer to inner peace.
Respected Mahasangha, dear venerable monks and nuns, and respected guests, brother and sister in the Dhamma. Today, I'm very honored and grateful to have a chance to share with you a topic regarding to the Vesak day. And of course today, I do not want to talk about the Vesak celebration, because if we talk about the Vesak only, celebration only, then it's just gonna become a celebration. Then slowly we will forget why the Buddha came into this world. Vesak is not only about lights, not only about ceremony, not only about chanting or decoration. Vesak is a moment to stop our busy life and remember, why are we suffering? Why is this world suffering, and how do we return to peace again? This year in Texas is very special, not because of how big the event is, not because of how many people came, but because of the blessings that happened. For the first time in the history, the sacred relics of our Lord Buddha were respectfully brought from Sri Lanka to the United States and enshrined at the Hungdao Vipassana Bhavana Center in Fort Worth, Texas, USA. During the international Tipitaka Pali chanting ceremony and the Vesak celebration, we are doing the 9 days Tipitaka chanting to review again the Buddha teachings, and also for all the monks and nuns and lay devotees to be able to join together to recite the Buddha teaching through the Tipitaka. And of course, during this time, we have the relics viewing and venerations. And of course, I have seen many people come and cry quietly in front of the relics. Some people sat silently for hours, and some people bow with so much sincerity in front of the relics. But why? Because deep inside, human beings are still searching for something pure, something peaceful, something that is real. The Buddha relics are not magic objects. The relics remind us that once upon a time, there truly was a human being who completely purified the mind. A human being who removed greed, anger, and delusion completely. A human being who walked this earth with compassion for all beings. When people stand in front of the relics, sometimes the heart becomes softer naturally, not because the relics speak, but because our own heart begins to wake up. And this year, not only did we receive the sacred relics, we also received the sacred Bodhi tree sapling from the Sri Mahabodhi. Think about this. For over 2,600 years, generation after generation protected that lineage of the Bodhi tree with faith and devotion. Under the Bodhi tree, the Buddha defeated fear, defeated temptation, defeated ignorance, and awakened completely. And today, a branch from that sacred lineage has now come to Texas and will soon be planted at the Dhammaciriya project at the Hungdao Vipassana Bhavana Center. Now, who would have imagined this many years ago, a sacred Bodhi tree from Sri Lanka being brought here to America. This is not ordinary. One day, children will walk around that tree. Family will meditate there. People suffering from stress, loneliness, and difficulties in life may one day sit quietly under its shade and slowly find peace again. The Bodhi tree is not important because it is just a tree. It is important because it reminds us awakening is possible. The Buddha was not born enlightened. He practiced, he struggled with it, he searched deeply, and through mindfulness and wisdom, he awakened. So when we see the Bodhi tree, we should ask ourselves, are we also practicing? Are we chanting or are we only celebrating every year while the mind stays the same? Sometimes we celebrate Vesak beautifully outside, but inside the mind there is still anger, still jealousy, still attachment, still suffering. Then we are not yet understood the Vesak, the meaning of it. The Buddha did not ask us to worship him only. He asked us to practice even a little bit every day. Learning to pause before speaking, learning to breathe mindfully, learning to let go, learning to forgive, learning to become softer human beings. That is already learning to be softened, learning to be softer human beings. That is already practice. This year during the Vesak, we also offer 24,000 candles for world peace. When people first hear this, they may think, wow, beautiful candle lights. But actually the deeper meaning goes far beyond beauty. In Buddhism, light represents wisdom, darkness represents ignorance, anger, greed, confusion, and suffering inside the human mind. When we light a candle, it is not only an offering outside, it is also a reminder to awaken the light inside ourselves. One candle may seem very small, but even one small candle can remove darkness from a room. And then when thousands of candles comes together, the darkness slowly disappears. The same thing happens in humanity. One mindful person can affect a family. One compassionate heart can affect many lives. One peaceful community can inspire the world. That is why we lit 24,000 candles, not for decoration alone, not only for ceremony, but to remind ourselves that wisdom still matters, mindfulness still matters, inner peace still matters. Today, the world has enough information but not enough wisdom. Enough reactions but not enough understanding. Enough noise but not enough silence. So during this candle offering, we are not only praying for world peace, we are reminding ourselves that peace in the world begins with the light we create inside of our own mind. If the mind is full of anger, the world becomes angry. If the mind is full of fear, fear spreads everywhere. But when wisdom appears, compassion naturally follows. And where wisdom and compassion exist together, peace become possible. Many people today want world peace, but cannot even create peace inside their own house. Cannot create peace inside their own heart. So how do we practice? Very simple. I share this every time during the walk. Sometimes just sit quietly, put down the phone, put down the noise, close the eyes, follow the breath. Breathe in, knowing that you are breathing in. Breathe out, knowing that you are breathing out. That is already returning home. Mindfulness is not complicated at all. It's because mindfulness just means being truly present. When drinking tea, knowing you are drinking tea. When walking, knowing you are walking. When angry, knowing that you are angry. When suffering, know that you are suffering. Slowly, wisdom begins to arise if you keep doing that. Just knowing, aware of it. The Buddha's teaching is very simple, but human beings make life complicated. It's not the Buddha make it complicated. We chase too many things. The outside world, the outside world, the materialities, and we have too much comparison, too much pressure, too much desire to become something. And because of this, many people are tired of because of this, many people are tired of all the time. Because of this, many people are tired all the time. Not only physically tired, but mentally tired too. Emotionally tired, spiritually tired. That is why sometimes sitting quietly in front of the Buddha relics can become healing too. Not because the relics remove suffering for us. Okay, we need to understand this. When we pay homage to the Buddha relics and we pray and we ask for things, it's not the relics who do all that work to remove the suffering for us, okay? But because for a few moments we stop running, okay? Stop running. That is what I always talk about. During this walk, I always said, if one be able to slow down, stop doing everything, look back within, peace will arise. And when the mind becomes still, peace naturally appears like that. And today, I also want to express deep gratitude to the President, the Prime Minister, the government officials, and the Mahasangha, and of course, the people of Sri Lanka for supporting our Walk for Peace mission in Sri Lanka and for supporting this Buddha Sasana mission with such sincerity and kindness. Because of your support, the sacred relics of our Lord Buddha were respectfully brought to the United States, and the sacred Bodhi tree sapling also brought here to Texas, of course. And that is for the future Dhammacharya projects. This is not something ordinary. This is something historic, spiritual connection between Sri Lanka and the United States for the benefits of many people and future generations. I also want to express sincere gratitude to the veterinarians, K9 teams, and all those who care for Aloka during the Walk for Peace in Sri Lanka. Your kindness, care, and compassion towards one small animal reflected something very beautiful about humanity. Sometimes comparison is simply how we care for another being. And that itself is already Dhamma in action. Many years from now, people may forget our names, but maybe they will still remember, oh, this year was the year the Buddha relics came to Texas. This was the year the Bodhi tree was brought for the Dhammaciriya project. This was the year thousands gathered, get together peacefully with candle lights, praying for the world. These things matter because today the world is suffering deeply. People are lonely, families are breaking apart, and young people are lost. So much anger online, so much hatred everywhere. Human beings are connected through internet more than ever before, but disconnected from the heart is more than ever before. That is why mindfulness matters now, not as religion only, but as survival. If we do not learn to calm the mind, human beings will continue creating suffering for one another. The Buddha said, the mind is the forerunner of all things. If the mind is peaceful, our speech changes, our actions change, our relationship change. The world changes slowly from there. So today during the Vesak, let us not only ask how beautiful was the celebration. Let us ask, did I become a little more mindful? Did I become a little more compassionate? Did I let go of some anger? Did I create more peace for others? That is the real offering to the Buddha. Not flowers alone, not candles alone, but transformation of the heart. And maybe today during the Vesak, wherever you are now, wherever you're celebrating Vesak around the world, whether you are looking at the candle lights, bowing before the sacred relics, sitting quietly near the Bodhi tree, or simply sitting silently by yourself. Do not ask for miracles. Instead, ask yourself, how can I become a little more mindful? How can I create more peace within myself? Or how can I reduce suffering for others? How can I become a light for this world? Even one peaceful human being can change many lives. Never underestimate that. For that reason, I encourage all of us to practice mindfulness. And so, with my message again, today is going to be my peaceful day. And of course, today is going to be our peaceful day, right? If we can all practice this way in the morning when we wake up, get a piece of paper and a pen, I'll write down, today is going to be my peaceful day, and be mindful with it throughout the day. That is how we create peace for ourselves and our family and then our community and our nation. During this Vesak season, may the Triple Gems bless you all. May the Bodhi tree grow strong in Texas for generations to come. And may the light of mindfulness continue spreading throughout the world. And may all beings be well, be happy, and be peaceful. Thank you so much. Namo Buddhaya.